Watch me turn this one foundation into 4 different foundations: a BB cream, a primer for a silicone foundation, a dupe for the Flawless Filter, and a full coverage foundation. Let's get started. We're going to do a BB cream on this side of the face, and on this side we're going to use it as a primer for a silicone foundation, proving just how versatile cream and wax is and why this is the choice for professional makeup artists. So on this side, I'm just going to add a little bit of moisturizer to my brush before I blend it in. So I'm going to take a little pump of moisturizer and kind of just move it around a little bit in the brush, and then we're going to blend this out with that moisturizer on the brush, and we're going to get a very light look that is going to be just like a BB cream or a CC cream that still allows your skin to kind of show through, but gives you just that little bit of cleanup job. So you can see how glowy and pretty that is, but it is definitely not full coverage. I'm going to take a different brush because that one has a little bit of foundation in it, or moisturizer in it now. And we're going to blend this out and use it as a foundation or a primer for a silicone foundation to go on top. So the two can play well together, but the cream and wax really should go first. It's going to penetrate the skin where silicone just sits on top of the skin. So when your skin is making contact with a really good cream and wax foundation first, it makes a prettier primer for the silicone to sit on top of, and you have just a smoother surface for it. So we're going to use this brand. I'm sure that you are familiar with it, and we're going to put that on our brush. Well, there's not very much left in here. I stole this from my daughter. Hang on. Okay, so we got it going, and we're going to tap that in and make sure that it spreads out. Silicones are known for their easy application, and they are very spreadable, but on aging skin by themselves, they can start to look a little bit crinkly and wrinkly throughout the day. They go on beautifully at the beginning of the day, but if you don't have a good foundation underneath them, I find that they just make the skin look older within a few hours. So this is a good way to continue to use your silicone foundations, but just give them a little boost by putting a cream and wax base underneath them. So that is gorgeous, and it will probably stay like that for a lot longer than if I used this all by itself. Okay, I'm back to a clean face, and on this side we're going to layer this on for a full coverage look, and on this side we're going to dupe the Flawless Filter product that is so dewy and glowy using our foundation and a couple of glow drops. All right, let's start layering. Layer 1 goes on just like I usually apply it, with a couple of strokes directly onto the skin. This warms up the product. I don't know about you, but putting it on my hand and then on a brush and then on my face feels like a craft project, and my crafting days died with my eggs. So I prefer to just do the blending right on my face. And I'm using a kind of a tap and dab motion here. Not, I want to really push it into the skin, not just smear it around. I do smear it around sometimes when I'm blending it with other products, but right now we're layering it on top of itself. So we're going to press in. I'll slow that motion down so you can see what I'm doing, but it's just little dabs in small movements, and we'll push that all over the skin. And then I'm going to go in and buff it a little bit. So I'm going to go make circles with very light pressure, but high friction. So as fast as a circle as you can make is going to buff this product. There is a wax component to it. So you're getting sort of that furniture wax durability when you buff out that wax, and it leaves a really nice sheen as well. That's going to make it really durable for the next layer that's going to sit on top for our full coverage look. You may find that buffing motion easier to do with a flat topped brush like this, but I find it just fine to use our Siren brush. I'm gonna go back over for another layer. Makeup on top of makeup requires a little bit more finesse, so you wanna go in a little easier and gentler so you're not disturbing the layer underneath. And we're just gonna dab on again to continue to build up this coverage until we look like a plastic Barbie doll. And I would say that's pretty full coverage, but we're gonna go just one more time, just in case I still see a little bit of redness peeking through, and I just want to prove the durability. It does not feel cakey at all. Cream and wax formulas are lipid based, so they are protecting the hydration in your face. If you did good skin prep, this foundation is only going to preserve that even longer. And there is our third layer of coverage, and I would definitely call that full coverage. Let's do the other side for the Flawless Filter dupe. And I should have said it is a good idea to go back in and buff that last layer also so that it has a really durable finish. All right, over here we are going for a slightly more sheer look, and this is going to be a dewy, glowy finish. We're going to mix the foundation with these glow drops. These are Iconic London. I found them on the end of a aisle in the black and white store, and I'm just gonna dot a few little bits of this over the foundation. You could pre-mix this on a palette if you wanted to, but I've done this enough times that I know it's fairly safe for me to just blend it right in on my face. And that's just gonna mix in with the foundation beautifully to give us a very dewy, glowy finish. You can see all of the shine I'm getting there. And it looks a lot like this product that my girls know and love, but I am kind of overpaying for. So there you go. We have 4 foundations out of just one super versatile foundation. We only carry this in one color. We do sell darkeners and lighteners to go with it in our custom complexion bundle, and I will have both of those linked here for you to choose which one is right for you.